Good morning, students. So today I shall start my next chapter, that is chapter number 11, that is three-dimensional geometry. So already in class 11 you have understood the three-dimensional geometry, why it is 3D given here, because of the three axes, that is x, y and z axis. Today you are going to learn the 3D geometry in form of your terms of vector algebra, okay, that is using I cap, j cap and k cap, okay, and using Cartesian form. So here first point from this chapter number 1 is direction cosine. First topic is direction cosine and direction ratio. Whenever I am talking about direction cosine and direction ratio, direction cosine means L, M and N, and direction ratio means A, B and C. For example, this is an origin, this I am taking x axis, this I am taking as your y axis and this I am taking as your z axis, okay. So angle made with this axis alpha, okay. Suppose this is a resultant vector which I am giving as P. So angle from the resultant vector with your x-axis I am naming this as alpha. Resultant vector with your y-axis is making an angle beta, and the resultant vector making with z-axis is gamma, okay. So alpha is the angle made with your x-axis, beta is the angle made with your y-axis and gamma is the angle made with your z-axis, okay. So direction cosine L, M and N, and direction ratio is A, B and C. So there are some formulas related to your connection between L, M and N and direction ratio. So what is the formula is L value will be equal to plus minus A upon root over A square plus B square plus C square. M value will be plus minus B whole upon root over A square plus B square plus C square, and N value will be plus minus C whole upon root over A square plus B square plus C square. So this formula is the connection between your direction cosine and direction ratio, okay. So why the name is coming direction cosine? Because as you can see, the alpha angle is making a resultant with your axis. So x is connected with your cos alpha angle, y axis will be related to your cos beta and z axis will be related to your cos gamma. So cos means cosine, so it is regarding direction, okay. And the numbers which are proportional to the direction cosine are known as direction ratio. So simply you learn the relation formula is L, M and N goes for your direction cosine and direction ratio is a ABC. Your L value is always connected with your cos alpha, M will be connected with your cos beta angle and N will be connected with your cos gamma in terms of angle. And in terms of direction ratio, your L value will be plus minus A by root over A square plus B square plus C square. M value will be plus minus B divided by root over A square plus B square plus C square. And N value will be related equal to plus minus C upon root over A square plus B square plus C square, okay. So this is the first formula, okay. Second formula is L square plus M square plus N square is always value equal to 1, okay. L square plus M square plus N square value is always equal to 1, okay. Okay, third formula is, suppose if you have a P point and if you have a Q point, if I write your coordinate point as your x1, y1 and z1, since it's a 3D, isn't it, and and Q point coordinate is x2, y2 and z2. So how do you write the distance between them? Simply is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square, that you have got, isn't it? I hope all of you have got this. So this is in terms of what? Cartesian form, isn't it? It is your Cartesian form. Suppose if you have 2 points, okay, that is, I'm writing your A point coordinate to be 2, 3 and minus 4, and B point I'm writing at to be 1, minus 2, 3. Okay, now I think you can easily find the distance using your distance formula. But if I ask you to find the direction ratio between point A and B, how you will find? Is simply what you have to do is you have to subtract. Your A value will be equal to x2 minus x1, B value will be equal to y2 minus y1, and C value will be equal to z2 minus z1. So 1 minus 2 will be minus 1, minus 2 minus 3 will be minus 5, and 3 minus of minus 4 will be 7. Okay, so how you are finding the direction ratio using coordinate system is simply subtracting your first coordinate from the second coordinate. Okay, this is one general question. Okay, now suppose if you are given, again I am giving 2 points, that is minus 2, 4 and minus 5, and B value I am getting 1, 2 and 3, and I am asking you to find the direction cosine, not ratio, okay, direction cosine, and number 2 I am giving you to find direction ratio. How you will find? Okay, so how to find the direction ratio cosine? Okay, first let us find the direction cosine. Simply you have to, so L value will be in terms of coordinates, okay, x2 minus x1, then let me name this as A and B. It is A and B, so I'm writing this. M value will be y2 minus y1 upon distance between AB, and N value will be z2 minus z1 and distance between AB. Okay, so let's find AB. AB means root over what? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square, isn't it? So x2 minus x1 will be 1 plus 2 whole square plus 2 minus 4 whole square plus 3 plus 5 whole square. So what we are getting? 9 plus 4 plus 64, isn't it? So how much we are getting? Root 77. So there is no any perfect square, isn't it? So what will be the L value? Will be x2 minus x1 by root 77. So what is x2 minus x1 is 3 upon root 77. M value will be y2 minus y1 by root 77, that is 2 minus 4 will be minus 2 upon root 77. Okay, and N value will be z2 minus z1 upon root 77, that is 8 by root 77. Okay, so L value is 3 by this, M value is this, and N value. This is your direction cosine. Second is direction ratio. So direction ratio, I think all of you have understood. I think only the numerator part which you require. A value will be 3, B will be minus 2, and C will be 8. Okay, so this is the answer of your direction cosine and direction ratio. Okay, now suppose one more question I am giving you in terms of angle. If it is given, okay, suppose if your x-axis is making an positive 90-degree angle, y-axis is making your angle to be 60 degree and z-axis is making an angle 30 degree, how you can find the direction cosine? Okay, so just now only I have told, in terms of your angle, L value is equal to cos alpha, M value will be equal to cos beta, and value will be equal to cos gamma. So L equal to cos 90 degree, M value will be equal to cos 60 degree, is not it? And N value will be equal to cos 30 degree. Okay, so this is 0, this is half, this is root 3 by 2. Okay, so this is the answer. In terms of angle, if you are asked to find the direction cosine. Okay, now next question. Suppose if I am giving the direction ratio values now, that is A value equal to 2, B value equal to -1 and C value equal to -2, and I am asking you to find the direction cosine. So what will be the value? So just now only we have learned L value will be plus minus A by root over A square plus B square plus C square. That is plus minus 2 divided by root over 2 square minus 1 square minus 2 square, is not it? So how much it will come? Root over 4 square 16, 32 plus 1. So how much you are getting here? Root over 2 square 4 8 plus 1, that is root 9. So plus minus 2 by 3, is not it? So L value will be coming plus minus 2 by 3. Okay, here plus and minus is there. Now you cannot use minus, because why? Your A value is plus given. Okay, therefore your A value will be 2 by 3. M value will be plus minus B root over A square plus B square plus C square. So B value is -1, so you write simply -1 by 3. Okay, because no need to find again root over A square plus B square plus C square, because just now only we have found here. Okay, and N value is plus minus C upon root over A square plus B square plus C square. So here C value is minus, so you have to take -2 by 3. Okay, here plus minus is given because depending on the direction ratio values. Okay, so your direction ratio value you see. So since your A value is positive given, so 2 by 3. B value is given -1, so we are writing M value is -1 by 3, and N value is given -2. That's why we are writing -2 by 3. Okay, students. Okay, and the last question I want to discuss is question number 5. Okay, suppose you have 3 points. I am writing in coordinate form. Okay, 1, -2, 3, and C value is 3, 8, and -1. Okay, you have 3 coordinate points, and you have to check whether they are collinear, that is they lie in the same plane or not. Okay, so in earlier classes you used to do using finding the distance, sum of the distance between 2 points will be equal to the third point, isn't it? So now using direction ratio also we can find the collinearity between them. Okay, so let us find the direction ratio I am writing between A and B. Okay, so just now only have taught x2 minus x1 -2 -3 3 minus of -4, that is -1 -5 and 7. Okay, next is direction between B and C. So 3 minus 1, 8 plus 2 minus 11 minus 3. So 2, 10 minus 14. So we can make it small, isn't it? So if you see here, okay, now don't get confused here. It is given -1, -5, 7, isn't it? Here it is 1, 5 and -7. So if you take this minus here, -1, -5, 7, So it is coming equal or not? Okay, so what you can conclude that your AB and BC are proportional. Okay, therefore AB is parallel to BC. That means your B point is common between both AB and BC. Okay, therefore you can conclude by saying that A, B and C are collinear. Okay, so I hope that using this formulas and using all these questions, example sums, I hope all of you can start doing your exercise 11.1 from the chapter 3-dimensional geometry.